Introduce ourselves. I'm Tyler.
This is Dick.
This is Dick. His name is Ricardo.
My name is Dick.
Dick. And then
when you figure out your identity.
Yeah, we'll move
For
to
this
you.
podcast, my name is Penis. Alright, bud?
Alright.
And then we have
Garrett Olson.
Tyler Moyes, Garrett Olson, Ricardo Campos.
Hey, you can't out him like that. That's his decision if he wants to get his last name.
Reed.
You better edit that out. I wasn't joking when I started this. I mean, I made a joke, but then I wasn't really joking.
Well, I'll do that.
You can't dox me, dude. That's douchey.
I won't then.
I'll do shit.
Can you read the rules?
Yeah. So,
I love you, Tyler. You're the best.
what we're going to do is decide on a name. We have random word generators that are going to generate words for us. You know, it'll say like, you know, adjective, random word, whatever. Create a title for this imaginary movie. Then we're going to draw actors for it. And then we're going to essentially make that movie on the spot.
All right.
And we're just going to go through it scene by scene. We're going to make this movie and we're going to sell it to Hollywood and make $1 million.
Do it.
I'm going to write it. Neither of you are going to get credit. And it's going to be great. I'm going to be living the highlight.
No, I'm not agreeing with that. I'm a part of this.
Yeah, he actually signed his name. I didn't. You better edit my name out.
I was in the room when this concept was created, so I think that automatically entitles me to at least 50% of it.
Okay. Agreed. Moving on.
All right.
So what is it? What is the name we drew?
All right. What's that?
Read it, please. Do you not know how to read?
And I quote, the paper said, allegedly, parentheses, color, close parentheses, space, open new parentheses, noun, close parentheses. I know how to fucking read.
Wow. Do you? Because you usually don't say the word.
Yeah, you usually don't say parentheses.
No, I'm saying, look.
You make air
Read it back
quotes.
to us, please, Taylor.
Yeah, what did it say? Because I didn't catch
Color.
it.
You already, it says color, noun. So
What's a noun?
It's a person. It's a person, place, or
It's a
thing.
subject, right?
yeah, person, place, or thing. So, but first we have to do the color. It does. I don't have a randomizer for that.
We just color?
What's a color everyone likes?
Mauve.
Mauve.
The fuck color is that? It's like a purple. Oh, right. Oh, exactly. Mauve.
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 Uh,
I vote I concur.
You can Google it.
Oh, yes.
Do you have a color request, Nick?
Red.
Yeah. Red. What was yours? Mauve?
Yeah.
I like that one. I'll just say mauve.
Alright, purple.
Oh,
Got
who
it.
made you judge, jury, and executioner?
There's three of us.
No, I like that one. If it's like a voting system,
Okay.
that's 2 out of 3.
Legal
votes.
liability. It's not in the room. I hope you edit that out because that's for us only.
Mauve
It's purple.
and a noun. League. Mauve League. We're making the movie Mauve League.
So wait,
Purple league.
are we making the genre based on the name, or do we draw a genre?
No, we're not drawing a genre. So it could be like
So to
League
me,
of Extraordinary Gentlemen,
to
or it
me
could be
this
like
sounds like
Avengers or
an
something.
underdog sports story, like a league of their own.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what sport? What sport, smart guy?
What's
I mean-
sport? What do you mean what's sport?
What sport's it gonna be? Like, if it's gonna be like a League of Their Own or Remember the Titans, what sport do we want to do? How much do any of us know about any sport?
What name are we doing? Mauve? What?
This is
Mauve
the first
what?
question.
Mauve League.
Mauve League. Maybe it's a new sport, like
Golf.
basketball, right? It's a new sport.
It's frisbee golf. Why not?
Frisbee golf.
Maybe it's about a bunch of old retired ladies trying to make a frisbee golf sports scene in their area because they got nothing else to do around their retirement home except for go to the local park and play frisbee golf.
So old people, super old people.
I mean, they don't have to be super old people. Because
Okay.
what if we draw a younger actor?
We put them in old people makeup,
Oh, yep. Okay.
or we just tell them, hey, don't use like CGI editing on this actor for this film. Just let them look normal. Just let Tom Cruise be Tom Cruise, and he'll look like
I mean, he looks pretty good for his age.
he does look very good. I see no problem having anyone play our old person. It's gonna be hell of a lot easier than having to Benjamin Button them.
Yeah, there's no such thing as ageism.
Yeah,
It's not a thing.
who cares? So if it's gonna be a league, how many people are gonna be on a team? Because I like this. I think we should start drawing names. How many people do you think we're gonna need for our our Moth League team.
It's not moth.
Mauve.
It's mauve.
Mauve. Oh, I've been saying it like moth, like Mothman. You meant mauve. There's a V in it.
You know I meant mauve. We chose a color.
I did know. I didn't get the pronunciation.
How do you spell it? M-O-V?
It's M-A-U-V-E.
I'd never heard of that color. I don't know where you get that shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's mauve,
some
dude.
weird
It's a color.
Mauve, dude. That's mauve.
You've never seen that color?
Stupid.
Guys, I don't want to break it to you, but I'm colorblind, so
Oh.
you know I can. Actually, I'm not. I just had to
Okay,
think
shut
of
up.
some excuse to hide my own stupidity. Moving on
Tyler,
from
the
mauve.
only reason why I'm acting like I've ever seen it before is because I just saw it.
Look it up.
I'm pretending to be on Garrett's
It's
side.
mind-blowing.
That's like half of my jokes are based around pretending not to be retarded while also being like an idiot.
Retarded, wow.
Whoa,
Yeah.
heavy language.
Dial it back. So how many people do we
All I'm saying is that Trump speaks his mind. He's saying everything everybody's saying.
Let's keep politics out of this for a bit, man. Politics out, man.
We can just edit it, that's fine.
We have so many aircraft carriers. It's insane.
Yeah, let's...
There really is.
It is.
So, in
It's
a
awesome.
Frisbee golf league, I think
So
there would be
fris-
up to 4 people in a league.
Does it
Alright.
have to be?
It would be teams of...
Do we want to go with like straight frisbee golf, or could it be like a variation of it? That's-
What in the hell is a variation of Frisbee golf?
I don't know. There isn't one.
I can't think of one. I mean, the closest thing is
Maybe
Ultimate Frisbee. Or
maybe
like
instead of
Frisbee
a
game.
frisbee, they're using something.
Maybe it's more like a fucking shitty ass dodgeball league. Or, you know.
No, because then you got to compete with dodgeball. It's already
No,
gonna
I'm
be-
not saying
it's gotta be
dodgeball.
separate.
I misspoke.
It's got to be fresh, man.
No, I
Because
get
that's what
It can't
Hollywood
be
wants
ping
right now. Is
pong.
they want something fresh
no,
and original.
Motherfuckers,
It can't
I
be
misspoke.
golf.
Alright. Motherfuckers, like, I might think in English, but my second language is still American. What I meant to say is, like, some backswoody, like the BA style sports.
So it's like
So not necessarily dodgeball
Let's
or
say-
some other or ping pong, but something to the same
Let's
degree,
say
like
it's
badminton or
it's
some shit.
I got it.
Definitely not badminton.
It's frisbee golf. It's
Oh my god, Tyler, we're on
No,
point, dude.
hold
High
on.
five. We're on
It's-
point.
it's-
Frisbee golf.
frisbee golf.
We're geniuses, dude.
That's what it was before.
No, shut up, Tyler.
It could be-
That's the joke I'm making, motherfucker. Come on.
It can
Tyler.
be foosball.
Come on, Tyler.
I guess we're
Is that your
Go along with my joke.
Are you going Arnold right now?
Yes.
Come on, do it.
Take
the joke.
Get to the job.
Get to the
All
joke.
right.
Get to the joke.
I'm sorry. I'm done doing this.
Frisbee golf.
All right.
I guess we're just gonna stick with that.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
We came to a great conclusion, Tyler.
I had
Not
an,
Garrett.
I had an
You're
idea,
not.
but I guess I'm not gonna give it.
Tell it.
In this brainstorm, thank you,
No,
Ricardo.
tell it, dude. Tell it. You got this shit.
I
It's
was
your
think-
shit, man.
I was thinking.
Do what you want, motherfucker.
I will present it when there's air to breathe.
No, do it now. Do it when you want to. When
So-
it feels right. In your penis.
So
Big fists.
Mauve League. I was thinking. So yeah, it's frisbee golf, but there had to be a variation because this old folk home is like located in a bog or a swamp. So they had to they had to do it in water.
Where are you taking this?
Like Florida. He's taking
I'm
us to
just
Florida.
taking it somewhere weird,
No,
man.
he's
It's an
taking us to
idea, okay?
He's taking us to America's penis. It's Florida.
Look, I don't want to have to deal with alligators in any.
No, but he's taking us.
Hold
He's
on,
taking us
you
there.
just thought of the best
But
movie
look,
ever.
but he's taking us to a swamp. It's
He just-
with a golf course. It's Florida.
Garrett,
Of
you
course it's
already thought of the best movie ever. It's frisbee golf, but hey, we have to do it in water, and there's a fucking gator there.
No,
Because it's a dystopian future, and these kind of games are allowed.
Oh.
Eric, you don't understand. Tyler has a really good point because it's like right. No, think about it this way, right?
Someone could die at any minute.
Right. But it's based off of golf. Golf in a swamp, which is what Tyler's suggesting, means golf in Florida. If we're doing frisbee golf, it's already golf. Now we're just adding the fucking frisbee into it, and it's in the swamp, so it's frisbee golf in Florida. Tyler's
Right.
Tyler's right.
I don't.
Tyler's right, bud.
So where are you going? You want this to be like piranhas or
Yeah.
like?
I don't know. That's where he's taking it. But Tyler's right on the setting.
The setting.
Are
is
you making
perfect.
this an
No,
elderly
he's
person?
got this. You can't
style.
make an argument about it.
It's like Running Man, but with old people playing frisbee, and there's a gator.
Like Running Man.
It's like Running Man. It's like a weird game show that everybody loves. After you reach a certain age, it's like, hey man, you've reached that age.
It's like Logan's Run mixed with Running Man.
With Running Man, but they're old people playing frisbee for their lives in a gator sport.
Without Arnold.
Well, no one to save them.
Well, we don't know yet if Arnold's
They have to win the games. They have to win the games, which the games will be fine.
I don't think he'll be available.
No, if he'll be in it, we haven't
It could be him. It could be him.
So wait, how
you're
many?
right. No, you're right. Garrett's right. We don't know that.
And it could. And here's the thing:
right.
we have to think of how many people to draw for it.
Okay,
Well,
so we decided a name. Mauve. What is it?
Mauve.
Look, my brain finds itself.
About old people that have to
in Florida playing golf frisbee.
Playing golf
frisbee golf.
Dystopian Florida.
In a dystopian
it's
Florida.
in the future for sure, but it's got crocodiles in it. So. Not robo crocodiles, not yet, but it's got crocodiles.
We can discuss robo crocodiles.
Pick one, parentheses, 2+ based on title, actor, actress, to star anything.
I think you only wanted to move on so you could read that way.
No, I don't know.
I'm absolutely right. Moving on. Okay, just thinking 5 or 6 on a team, because we need to have our team, and then we also gotta have like probably at least one enemy team. So we're talking
10. Are we talking about 10?
Like, how many names are we gonna have to draw?
5 per team.
It's a lot. Let's drop it down to
Hold on.
3.
Hold on.
3, 4.
We had a computer right in front of
3.
us.
I say 3.
What are we gonna use that for?
Can you Google golf frisbee team?
Oh yeah,
numbers.
Because
we have a computer in front of us. This is America.
There's actual frisbee golf team names.
There are.
I'm sure there are. It's a sport.
I guarantee there are. This is America.
This shows how much I keep up with sports.
This shows how free you fuckers are.
Okay, no, I say 4.
Championship team. Oh, these people can compete by themselves because it's frisbee golf. It's like golf.
I assume it's exactly like golf. Yeah.
So we only need to.
So it's 2. Every man for himself. No, I think we still need to draw at least.
We can draw 5.
At least
10.
4 for like side characters.
4.
Maybe a love interest.
No, we turn 5 people.
They're old people. They don't have love interests.
We could do.
Let's draw 5. How many?
Ageism at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
They like it's companionship in that.
Yeah, let's draw 5. Well, fine, we'll draw 5. I'm gonna draw the first one.
Vagina.
Wow.
No, it's like this.
Vagina.
That's for all the ladies.
I'm sure.
Yeah, late at night they're listening to this.
I'm sure they'll
podcast of
appreciate
3 idiots talking about movies. Just get that nice little whisper in your ear.
So I'm gonna draw the first one. So the star of our film is gonna be Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, great! It's going to be one of those.
Here, it'll be this. Mine'll be the star of the film, though.
Be the real star of the film.
You know what? Let's actually draw all 5.
Let's draw them first, and then decide.
And then we decide the star of the film.
Then we can decide who's the supporting
Amy Poehler.
Oh, she's pretty good. Parks and Rec was pretty good.
Yeah.
I just finished rewatching that show. That was great.
I like that.
What the fuck is Sean Young?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Sean Young.
It's not a good sign if none of us know his name.
Actress. It's the chick from Blade Runner. The main chick.
No, that's not.
Is it? It's the main woman from Blade Runner.
It's the one Deckard falls in love with.
Oh,
yeah, it's the main girl from Blade Runner.
Tyler.
She was also in Dune.
So what era? Because we're talking that era, right? The 80s.
Tyler, damn, dude, you were on point. All right, you're next.
Okay.
So far, this is a all-female cast.
Which is good.
It's fine. Maybe we've come to a dystopian future where all
not
men
if
are
it's
also
one
dead.
man and a group of women. It's just going to be like one man beating women or
Which
like
is what
getting killed by women, and that's not good either way.
Which is what it's shaping up to be, because the next name was Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, okay, great.
We're off to a great start.
All right, let's draw 6 names and then roll a d6.
Wait, I thought we were only doing 4.
We're gonna roll 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it.
We don't have to have a man in the movie, guys.
No, I know.
But
anyways,
it's just gonna make it more difficult, I feel.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull 5, and if none of them are men, you feel like that's wrong.
No, just do one.
Just do one. It should say mixed on it.
Mixed actors.
Yeah, mixed actors. It's gonna have males and females in it. You're drawing like 50.
He has a theory that the bag is mislabeled, so he's making.
All right,
sure.
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh yeah, he's back from the dead.
Yeah, dude. He was not mislabeled.
Now that's okay. That's the real question.
That's actually That's a good cast. Leslie Nielsen makes it.
What if Leslie Nielsen's their coach? So we're talking real League of Their Own shit. He's their
So like, do you
he's
think
their coach.
So now
like
it's a man telling all these women
what to do?
what to do.
I'm saying
that's what he's
could
saying.
be inspiring.
Look,
But if you want to take it that route, sir,
I was thinking
we
it would
could
be,
roll a number for the coach.
So I was
Just have
thinking
to be the
Leslie
team.
Nielsen would be the main character, and hear me out here.
Oh, he's the main character now.
This would be a comedy style of this type of film. So it'd be a lot like Blade Runner, but more comedic side, not trying to be like pseudo serious. And Leslie Nielsen would be like the idiot man,
So we're talking full
making his way
we're-
through the games
we're
against
talking-
these women who like
We're
are
talking
better than
good ass comedy Leslie Nielsen from like
right Airplane.
from like Naked Gun,
Naked Gun.
Airplane.
Yes.
So he's
he's
like
he's like, I'll let you know. Give me a 20, and he gives the guy a 20, and he's like, the guy asks him like, hey,
can you spot me a 20?
and he's like, can you spot me a 20? And he's like, all right, and he gives him his 20 back.
It's great. It's
Yes.
classic.
Because it's an Airplane. Police Academy. Police Academy is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry.
I can already see the
The first
scene
one-
now
the
of
first
him
one's
like
great.
of him like holding this frisbee, wading through water with a gator chasing him, and just having that beautiful Leslie Nielsen face,
So,
just looking so concerned.
so in this, hold on. In this movie, it takes place in the future, but Leslie Nielsen's alive to make this movie. So, if we're making Happy Gilmore 2.0, Leslie Nielsen would say they wouldn't let me play anymore, and then the main character would be like, "Oh, is it because you're a man?" He's like, "Hell no."
Comedy gold right there.
Yeah.
You struck the ore,
Oh,
man.
dude.
Let's,
I'm like streets ahead.
You hit the vein and
Yes.
just
streets ahead.
had an aneurysm.
I came, to be honest, as I was thinking of the idea.
that
So wait, so it's not a forced Logan's Run type situation anymore. It's him. We're
It's-
changing the genre a little bit, so it's now Leslie Nielsen.
No, but it's
people
still
want to
Frisbee.
play. Old people want to play this game. People in general want to play just because. So for this we could scrap the retirement home altogether. It's just people on a team. They want to enter a deadly fucking game that has possibilities of being eaten by a gator
And
for
Leslie
some
Nielsen-
reason. What's the prize though?
No, Leslie Nielsen comes and mentors them. But what is it?
Oh,
What
I
is
know
the
what it could be.
prize?
I know what it could be.
Okay.
It's a
Tampons.
de-aging serum.
Tampons.
And Leslie Nielsen wants it because he's getting older.
Oh.
And the
His heart's in the game.
Dude, because men are terrible.
this Sean Young could have been a
Who's
character
Sean
that's already taken it,
Who is Shen?
which is how she's the Blade Runner version of herself and not like
Nice.
the current version.
So really.
So we're giving her a reason to be CGI'd now. Are we
So
good?
you really.
Yes.
No, he's really. He's really. No. I get where he's going. He's actually talking about Ryan
But then, what
Gosling.
purpose
No,
does
no.
she have to enter into it? Could it be that? Let's say it's this. It reverses your age, but doesn't stop you from aging. So it is like an immortality serum.
No.
But you have to keep taking it.
No, dude. I'm
And that's
telling
the
you.
thing. It's like if you keep playing the game and winning, you have immortality essentially because you get the prize.
No. I get where Garrett's going, dude. You're wrong. Because it is Sean Young and she's connected to the fucking Blade Runner universe.
Is this gonna be set in Blade Runner?
Garrett was the one that said Blade Runner. No, you were the one.
Well, because I was saying that
No,
era
that's
of
why
Sean
she-
Young.
That's why-
Right. But no, hold on. Tyler's the one that said Blade Runner. So since we're connected to the Blade Runner universe,
We're not connected to the Blade Runner universe.
Sean Young.
He heard dystopian future and he was like,
And he's
Blade
just
Runner.
let's just put it in Blade Runner.
So
It's part of Blade Runner.
because
Now
of
we're
Sean
talking
Young, no, we have now drawn Ryan Gosling. So Ryan Gosling replaced Sean Young. Anyways, so that is our cast.
Ryan
That is our cast.
He literally turned over the piece of paper and wrote Ryan Gosling's name on it and handed it to me in full view. And
You're rebelling against the system.
Anyways, Sean Young. I'm sorry, I keep taking this off track.
Why does it have to be Sean Young for that? Why? Because the only argument I understand you wanting to put it her from that era in it. That's not established. There are drawings that say like name and time period. Specifically one where
you want to be specific to the card. So you want current Sean Young.
Current Sean Young. So
but then Leslie Nielsen's dead.
He's alive.
Okay.
So then, by your logic, mine loses out. So then we have to go the route of her being from that area and Leslie Nielsen being from a fantasy.
I mean, it's up to debate. Era. If you guys want Sean Young from a different era, that's fine.
Because here's the thing.
That's the only one I'm familiar with.
Here's the thing.
That works for me.
I understand that. My only thing about it is why would she enter it again?
Doesn't matter.
To get more.
You can
stockpile it, right? It's not like.
But is it because she wants? But then why enter it herself? Why not like hire someone else to do it?
Look, it doesn't have to be about that.
We could.
I just can't think of a reason why Leslie Nielsen would want to get into the games if it's like a highly deadly game.
Because he had something happen.
I already said the time period piece. It's in the future. He's alive in there, and Sean Young's from the same time period that he's in from this movie, which is 86, but it's in the future. Therefore, Leslie Nielsen is no longer allowed to play because he's the man. But that's the thing.
Because this is a
patent pending.
I'm sorry. That was a lot to take in.
Alright, moving on.
That was like a straight ramble of the last 20 minutes.
Who's the main character?
Leslie Nielsen, in my opinion.
No, he's not.
Okay.
He would be a supporting character.
So you want him to be a coach. Who's he coaching?
Hold on.
Because in this type of movie, that's the only other thing.
Well, it's already in an order.
It's
it just kind of naturally happened, and it's Amy Poehler, which would be perfect because she actually she's this
funny.
is going to be a comedy.
Funny.
She's actually funny, so like, she could play off Leslie
like
Nielsen.
Second fiddle, maybe third. So what's next?
But then we have to draw at least one other enemy team in their coach. And that could be the connection is that Leslie Nielsen was once on a team and that coach was on a team. And maybe like he lost and he never beat him and he's like, hey man, this is always going to happen because you're fucking, because fuck you.
The thing with that, I feel like it's a big cliche. The thing is, like, we could do like
it's like
happen and it would still be a thing.
It's a staple of underdog sports.
Yeah,
generally.
I guess that's what makes Happy Gilmore so funny is because it ends in such a happy note. It's fucking hilarious.
This can end in a happy note.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know, my favorite version of this type of thing is in Wet Hot American Summer, because there's that whole scene where they're like, yeah, we're gonna fight the other team. The other camp's coming, and we've been down underdogs all year. And then the other team comes, and the kids are like, we don't really want to play. And so the one counselor goes and talks to the other coach, and the coach is like, no, I'm alright with that. And then they get back on the bus and just leave. Like, it builds up this rivalry over the course of maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then I love Wet Hot American Summer.
I know you do.
It's so funny.
I've tried to like it.
Could we have that be like something that happens in the climax where it's like the other team can't play because one of the people has like a heart attack or like the whole team dies in like a car accident, so the championship never happens. Or maybe that's not the championship. That's the one that gets them into the championship.
Oh, that's their Hail Mary.
That's their Hail Mary because they can never beat this team. But
or they're like a step away and then they lose. And then that team is like, oh, we're going to proceed. But then they all die. And
so it's like,
oh, you're next in line.
Yeah, we just have to move you guys forward because the Gators got out.
The bus just got raided by alligators.
They were riding.
So the alligators of Georgia ate the tires.
I thought they were in Florida.
No,
they're in Florida.
They were in Georgia.
Oh no, I like this idea. It's a migration of alligators.
It's a thing that this is a thing in the future. Like alligators have evolved enough.
Vagina. In the land of Georgia, the Florida school team brought alligator eggs in their trunk. Once they defeated the game, it had been 8 months, and the alligator, for some reason, had grown to an adult size. And for some reason, the team from Florida had stayed there for 8 months. On their way back,
What is this?
This is the main commentator whose name we will draw
The
shortly.
alligator decided to eat the tires of the bus.
I don't think we need him.
I think we need him.
I don't think we need him. Please
I
stop.
think we need the commentator. He is the main commentator.
No, man, that would break the... Okay, unless
It
that's
would
the
break.
focus.
Here's the thing: it would break
No,
the
it's good.
flow of the excitement of sports. Commentators are supposed to be like super loud and energetic, and you just have this guy that's like miles behind everything that's happening.
I mean, it's a slow sport. It's slower than normal.
Right, but that's the whole point.
He
It's like,
is getting
Tyler's
eaten by the alligator.
and it's like that happened.
The
like,
death roll has
that happened
begun.
30 minutes ago, dude, and it's like he's played by John Madden.
But he's
except
played
for
by John.
That was your John Madden.
no.
That's your John man.
The funniest part about that is that you didn't let me finish. So fuck you, and you're like, no, that's not my John Madden. I was gonna say that's my John Madden from Georgia.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. That tracks.
That country's
Sounded like it.
the worst. I'm pretending like it's a country because America is great and Georgia is the worst. I love Atlanta.
There may actually be a country named Georgia.
Oh,
There is a
There
country
is.
named Georgia.
No, there is.
Is there?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna Google it.
Yes.
Why?
Because I want to now.
Because you don't believe this. I get it.
So
It's awesome.
Georgia
The
Georgia
biggest
John
crook of them
Madden
all, and it was like,
is
damn.
going to be played by Clive Owen. He's the dude from Children of Men.
I know who he is. I know who he is.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, should we
Is
give
he
them their
British
names?
or is he American?
No,
is he gonna have an American?
He's British.
Let's
Children are men. That's you guys said.
let's put the so aside from Sean Young's, which will have to be drawn over.
Ryan
Let's draw
Ryan
or write
Gosling.
the characters' names on the back. So their character name in the movie. Let's write it on the back of the slip,
Ryan Gosling.
and we'll randomly generate them.
Thought we were using these again. These pieces of paper.
Of course, these are just stars of the movie.
Right, so we'll write it on a different piece of paper so that we can.
Oh
using
yeah,
those.
we should probably do that.
Yeah.
We should probably do that. You're right.
Can I have a piece of paper, Ricardo?
His name's Dick. Why would you do that and put him on the recording that way?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dick Fields. Can I have a piece of paper?
You just turned that table around, bud. You fucking turned those tables around you there, bud.
Thanks, man.
You got you pretty good. Nice, Tyler. Nice.
So who are we starting with?
Come over and bop. Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. So Leslie Nielsen's name will be Antonio Smith.
What?
His name will be Antonio Smith.
Her character's name will be Antonio.
Leslie Nielsen's character's name
Okay,
is
good.
Antonio Smith.
That's fine. Wait, his
So-
name is Smith.
It automatically defaults to Smith. We can just generate two first names. Next is Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
So Amy Poehler's name is going to be Pam Neal. Pam Neal. Neile.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Neele?
Neile. Yeah, there's like an accent on it. Neile.
Maybe she could pronounce it that way as a joke.
Yeah. Every time they no, it could be the opposite. Her name's just Neil, but every time like commentators or anyone say her name, it's Neile.
Yeah, Pam Neele.
Pam Neile.
I like that.
Where's the gabagool?
I like that too.
Should get eaten by the gator.
I don't like that. Can we keep going?
Damn, dude.
I just have to keep going back to the fact that gators are gonna eat people in this movie.
We both did the same thing, but it was like, are you picking on Tyler, man?
I'm not.
That was funny. Like, I was laughing so hard because damn. Got him, man.
Whose name is next?
I love you guys.
It's Melissa McCarthy.
Like
Melissa McCarthy.
That's why I love us. It's like we always do
Damn. Her name
that. Thanks
is
for the funniest shit.
Rita. Rita Reeta.
Oh. I did not spell that right.
Yeah. R-I-T-A? Is
Yeah.
that what you did?
Like the
Why you
normal
gotta-
way. Like,
Like the normal-
not like an alien would spell it.
Like,
You just insulted every Rita with an E-E on the planet, man.
Like, I've never met a Rita with EE. But continue.
Donella. Donella. Rita Donella is.
Sean Young is next.
Sean Young is named Loretta. Loretta. Cassie. Kassi. Rita Cassidy.
Okay.
And Lindsay Lohan's name is Vivi. Vivie. Mona. Monah.
She liked Mona.
She like it to Mona. Every name has to be a pun. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Vivi so is she like the trampy one? Is that what we're gonna default to?
I mean, yes.
She's like the sex loving one. Is she an old lady? Is she from the retirement, or is she just?
No, I think she's like current Lindsay Lohan, like washed up and
You heard that, God.
and bloated. Like she just looks like shit. But like she's clearly an old prostitute or something. I don't know.
Lindsay Lohan's name.
That's what
No.
Smith's had in their name.
No, Lindsay. So we're not using that one. Lindsay Lohan's name. That's what we're talking about. Her name is Vivi Mona.
And then
That's her name.
I made
her
a
last
joke
name is Mona.
as an Italian stereotype. Where I said she like a Mona.
She like a Mona.
Esa bella donna le gusta like Mona.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Clive Owen. It's the last one.
That's my bad.
Clive Owen.
And then we got to do the enemy team, I assume.
Yeah, we should draw actors for the enemy team and do that. And Clive Owen, his name is Jonathan Lockwood. For having a southern drawl, I like that.
We got to draw more characters.
Okay, yeah.
We're doing mixed, right?
Yeah, the enemy team mixed. First, we're gonna draw the coach.
Can I get
It is Kate Upton.
Damn.
Hey.
No, we'll decide after. That's what
No, that would work perfect because she got the de-aging serum and he didn't.
What?
The prize is a de-aging serum.
Is it still a de-aging serum?
Dude,
I thought it was
change it
Leslie
to?
Nielsen. I thought it was Leslie Nielsen getting back in the game. So he gets this like whole new team of recruits, and he's training them because he wants to beat the other team because that person is somebody we could say either is like romantically involved with, or like Ricardo or you said, I can't remember.
It could be that
he was on a team with them, and like
he was romantically involved with her, but she was on an enemy team and they won, and so she's Kate Upton now, and he's Leslie Nielsen.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Why not? Because let's get back to the fact, people, that
Kate
gators
Upton.
are gonna eat you in this game. There's like a literal risk of death.
Yeah.
Look, what did we
So
do?
the prize has to be amazing.
What did we do with the first draw? What did we do? We pulled all the characters and then we decided from there we should do the same for the rank.
That's
what
fine.
I'm saying.
Let's go.
No, because I'm saying, fucking, who is it? Kate Upton?
Kate Upton.
She's 18 and Leslie Nielsen is what? 70 in this movie? That's weird.
Well, it's the
No, that's
de-aging
a bit
serum.
It's the de-aging thing.
I get it, but it's a way weird. People aren't.
It's a comedy, though.
No,
It's a comedy,
Nobody's
right?
ready for Japan, dude.
No, you can make it weird.
No.
Yeah, you can. Pineapple Express. The main character dates a high schooler.
Yeah, in that movie, then
It's weird, but it's funny.
Motherfucker, we're pitching this shit. We're aiming to make money. I'm saying we're going for money, right?
We're going for money. Okay.
No, think about it.
But this is a comedy.
No, like, to be honest, I think that shit's hilarious. I love anime, but, like, the general public doesn't get it. They think it's weird.
How is this an anime just because Kate Upton and Leslie Nielsen are in it? And they know each other.
Anime.
Just we'll take your argument into account and address it later.
Let's do it.
But the next one I have, the team captain of the enemy team is Courtney Love.
I thought it was Kate Upton.
Kate Upton's the coach. Kate Upton's the coach. The team captain who actually plays and can be eaten by gators is Courtney Love.
Okay.
And Dick, you are drawing the next name.
George fucking Clooney. Fuck yes.
Oh,
Fuck
dude.
yes. Oh my god, George Clooney.
George Clooney.
He's so fucking funny. Fuck yes.
So wait, do we make him the enemy team captain?
Yes.
Well, wait, let's see what the rest of the roster
see what the rest of the
character, because he's fucking hilarious. George Clooney.
But we
is
already
funny as
drew
fuck.
the main characters.
No, but he's the funny. Like.
Oh
he's
shit,
the-
we got Chevy Chase.
Oh my god, you'd be the racist support.
It depends on
He
which.
could be himself.
It depends on which era of Chevy it
Pretty
is.
much.
Is it Community Chevy or is it like
Oh, it's like
We
an
can
intermediate-
decide
Family
which
Vacation Chevy?
I would say intermediate, like right in between. So
He didn't do anything in between.
I know.
Let's just
But
say.
pretend, motherfucker.
Let's just be on the level of
He
just
is
saying
both
community, most recent good Chevy, despite the controversy. Community Chevy. I think we can agree on that because
All
that's
right.
funny.
That Twitter feed was hilarious.
It's
like, is it really Chevy or is it
fucking Pierce?
It's like, oh my god, is he really like this? And it's like, yes.
Okay, so all
one more.
Chevy Chase.
George
One more.
Clooney should be the main captain leader because he's fucking hilarious.
Tina Fey.
Fuck. Damn. No.
Everybody good is on the enemy team.
Yeah.
Everybody good is on the enemy.
That's what makes a great comedy great.
You have really good supporting.
Yeah, they're all
cast.
supporting characters, but like, look at fucking Dodgeball. Ben Stiller's so that.
But he's the villain.
That's the point.
True. And like Olga and stuff, like the
come on heavyweights.
Have good.
He is the best.
Strong kind of like
fucking
basic comedy that can move the plot along with the main characters, and then just have weird, crazy shit with like all these big names.
Tina Fey
they'll buy into
Amy
it.
Poehler. Tina Fey versus Amy Poehler. Leslie Nielsen is the coach. George Clooney is the coach to her. Or Chevy Chase. It's up to you guys. We can decide that later. What are we doing with the rest of the team?
Kate Upton was initially the captain, but I like where this is going.
No, because it has to be Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, because that's like a real life friendship that's also funny. Right?
Yeah, so they just have super good on-screen chemistry of them being like enemies
because they're friends and they're hilarious.
Well, they are hilarious. Awesome, so
I vote Chevy as the enemy team captain.
Okay. I think that actually works. Him and Leslie Nielsen.
They're both the same age. That's perfect.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
Which I think.
But that can be the staple of team captains. All team captains are old, or not the captain, the coach. If you're the coach, you can still win the prize. Like, the team has to accept you as their coach. You have to actually have knowledge of the game because you played it a lot but never won.
Does everybody in the team get it?
Everybody in the team.
Okay.
Everybody in the team and the coach get the prize. So first we need to get names for the enemy team. Do it. Let's do this. So Tina Fey. Her first name is Amy, Ainee. Natalia. And Natala, actually. Natala. Amy Natala.
It's funny. This is like almost like Amy, Natalia.
Oh my god, they're real life.
They're not best friends, no.
Yeah, that's the drawing those names is a really weird coincidence.
What?
So
they've been friends for a long time.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, cute kids. Is that what you just said?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, they were cute little kids.
Way to project, bud.
Since they were sexy little babies.
Oh yeah, you know what they say about fucking neighborhoods in Georgia? They say 1 in 13 people live next to a pedophile, and I gotta say, the only people I live next to are them fucking sexy 13-year-olds.
And this is an actual. I'm sorry. Everything you say for that in that character is going to be dialogue in the movie for Clive Owen.
All right,
because it's going to be so off-putting. Like, because the game's so slow moving. Unless someone's getting attacked by a gator, there's no real excitement.
Okay, so it's like NASCAR. People only watch it for like the horrific mutilations.
It's so boring. You're just waiting for the horrendous violence, and the entire time the commentator is just saying the weirdest fucking shit. So it's like the guy at the end of Best in Show, where he just is totally off topic.
So it was Amy Poehler, Chevy Chase.
So Chevy Chase, his name is Northrup.
That fits.
Northrup. Northrup.
Yes, Northrup.
He could walk up to Leslie Nielsen and be like, "I'm gonna Northrup your shit up."
Man, it's a weird.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's like weird.
No, you could say, "I'm gonna North you up."
So Northrup is his first name.
Lawrence.
Oh my
god, yes.
Northrup Lawrence.
Yes, that is definitely fucking Chevy Chase.
It sounds like a Chevy Chase character.
It does. Yes, I agree with you.
Northrup Lawrence. George Clooney. Okay, his name is George Georg.
Best name.
That'd be great. He just is himself.
Hold on. We're superseding it, and he's just gonna be George Clooney.
We should. I agree with this. He should just be George Clooney.
All three of us agree. Let's go.
I actually like that idea so much that fuck that. It's George Clooney's just George Clooney. And they can just
gonna write himself as his character.
No, the thing is, like, that's what I love about George Clooney. Any movie he's in, I'm like, oh, I know. Except for I try to think about Batman.
I think about it a lot. Those bat nipples.
Love
Them
them.
nips.
Garrett, I'm just telling you, you need to chill.
Chill out.
Alright.
Okay,
I'm not
Kate-
doing this.
Kate-
This movie's terrible.
Kate-
It's not worth it. Kate Upton.
Kate Upton. This movie's great. What are you talking about? Kate Upton's name is Aurora Nataline.
All right, Courtney Love is the last one.
Courtney Love. Her name is.
Garbage bag. No, I'm kidding.
We're going garbage
I'm
bag.
kidding.
No,
It's not
we're going
garbage bag. Courtney
That's
Love
her-
is a great artist.
That's her nickname in
No,
the movie. Is
Chevy,
garbage
no,
bag.
Chevy Chase calls her garbage bag multiple times.
Oh, okay, no, I like that idea.
And it'll be something that just happens in the movie. His character will just be calling her garbage bag the whole time.
What's her name? In?
Her name is Julene Bernadette.
All right, we got to name what these characters are. So Tina Fey is the enemy team captain. Chevy
Yeah.
Chase is going to be the enemy coach.
Yeah.
George Clooney is himself
George Clooney is himself.
as sexy enemy.
Could he be love interest for Amy Poehler? Like she's like, "Are you George Clooney?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yes, I'm George Clooney." Because that what better happy ending is there than you getting to be with George Clooney at the end, and you have a de-aging serum, so he can
Well, he wouldn't get one. He's on the enemy team. That's the main conflict.
That's true.
That if she wins, he doesn't win, and he feels the same way. If he wins, she doesn't win.
That-
Will they sacrifice it all for love?
We'll discuss that later.
I don't know.
I like these. I like these ideas.
Courtney Love is gonna be garbage bag.
Gonna be garbage bag. Well, she has a name. They just Chevy Chase just call her garbage bag.
No.
She's just garbage bag.
AKA best player on the enemy team.
Oh, so she's their ace because she takes out the trash.
They think it's just they hear it repeatedly throughout the film, and they think it's just like
A joke.
Chevy being like a dick to her.
Every time they see the enemy team, they're just like, "Oh, he's just being mean," and they're like, they call it a garbage bag. She takes out the trash.
That'd be near the end. When it, like
Yeah,
becomes apparent
it'd
that
be
she's the best
like
character
the
on team.
it kind of be the thing that ups up the tension. It's like, oh man, we finally get there. We might actually have a chance. We've been practicing, so we gotta have like a training sequence, right? And then they get there, like, holy shit, we didn't know about garbage bag.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The unknown variable.
You gotta up the stakes at the end, man.
Kate
You gotta
Upton
up 'em.
is going to be the sweet maniac.
Where she's just crazy. She's just insane.
Yes,
I like it.
but she seems very sweet initially.
And like, but in game, she like screams and she's like horrifically violent. She like pulls one of the referees into the pool and like uses him as a tool, throws him at one of the game.
I think I'm familiar with who those person is. Who? Kate Upton?
She's a model.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I didn't even know what she looked like.
Like you said that, I was like, holy shit, that fits perfectly, buddy. That's great.
Amy Poehler is going to be the good team captain.
Yeah, she's the good team captain.
Leslie
and
Nielsen.
She's Tina Fey's rival. And Leslie Nielsen is team coach.
And Chevy's rival.
Yeah, and Chevy's rival. They've got their beefs. I like it. Just a little bit more backstory. We can have a super goofy flashback.
Oh, definitely. Where they
Super
try to make him look younger, but it's clearly not.
Yeah, it's just like it's
not a good attempt.
There's no effort at all.
Yeah, like they put a wig, a long-haired wig.
They
on
dyed their hair, just like so.
No, they didn't even go that far. I'm talking long-haired wigs.
With like obviously female wigs, they're just like really curly and like over the top, and they just plop these wigs on, and that's it. And then they put them in like young like baggy pants.
Slap like a shirt with a logo from that era on it.
Perfect. Next is Melissa McCarthy.
I put sassy player as a tentative term for her because, like, what else is she in her films? She's like always like a sassy.
Yeah, that probably is gonna be best. I don't really know if I want her doing much more than quips. That's what
she's good at.
Have her there. Have her be Jesse McCarthy, but in terms of having her act a ton, Lindsay Lohan, on the other hand, could have potential where she could be in it probably more than her.
I was thinking just a lot of sex jokes.
A lot of sex jokes. Like a lot of drug addiction.
I mean, you could. I'm not saying that's off the table.
There could be.
That might be
that could
meta.
No, that could be one of the ones at the very, very end where it's like a real. She has all of her jokes are about sex, and then there's one at the very end where she makes a joke about like having sex and then doing a bunch of drugs. I almost would say in terms of like her character, the way we designed her, where she's basically like I guess a prostitute playing the game. Would it really be a surprise? Like too much of a stretch to think she's a prostitute and she doesn't do drugs? I feel like at that point with the way how lewd we're making her.
I feel like that would be too much tongue in cheek because of Lindsay Lohan.
if we made him that.
I think
that would be way too much to me. It would be like, oh, we just can't Lindsay Lohan to play herself. We might as well just call her Lindsay Lohan.
See what you're saying? Because we already have a George Clooney as George Clooney.
That's what I'm saying. You can't really do that. You might as well change your character and make her like positive.
I actually agree with him.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I really
you've convinced me.
No, I mean it makes sense because I don't want there to be too much of like this character's exactly like they're in real life type of thing.
We already got George Clooney. He's hilarious.
He's the character that proves the point is that he is already himself.
And then Leslie Nielsen
in the comedy trope that you have a character as himself.
Yeah, and then Leslie Nielsen and Chevy Chase are both essentially the same character.
Right.
So better to break from it. Try to make each team member as diverse as possible.
But do you go the opposite direction and make her like the hyper intelligent member of the team?
No, I just feel like you make her kind of. No,
because then that's totally unbelievable.
But that's what I'm saying. You make her comeback story.
She's like the girl in the Breakfast Club. That's like super.
No, she's like.
Hear me out.
Actually, hold on.
She's getting the serum along with de-aging. Has the ability to like say heal some wounds or cure some diseases. So she's not getting it for herself. She's getting it for herself.
I'm saying
who's dying, but the serum can cure him.
Devoted sister.
Devoted sister.
Not that.
She's got a real cause. She's inspirational.
Right, she's that. But that might be too tiny chicken in itself.
What's up, Dad?
I know.
Let's do though, baby.
Was that your catchphrase?
No.
Yabba dabba dabba doo doo, baby, yeah.
I was gonna say, because like, think about it. I know I'm really stupid with this. I'm getting a bit too mad at myself. We're overthinking. But like, we all want Lindsay Lohan to come back. Just do like comebacks.
I don't. Not specifically, no.
This is not something that keeps me up at night, really.
No. That was good. That was really good. I mean, no, I agree with you. We're making a movie for the most profit. So we have to make it understandable for, like, all the idiots in America or the rest of the world.
I think the way I imagine this film is that it's a lot like Airplane.
A lot like
because of Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, so I can't see it any other way. So, like, having her be, say, a prostitute that was standing on the street corner when the bus came to pick up the rest of the teammates.
Because the other guy didn't show.
Got on. No, she just accidentally got on. Nobody noticed because Leslie Nielsen doesn't really give a shit. And so, like, she's
been a coach for so long, he's just had people die.
Yeah,
so, like,
she's playing with the team, but she like doesn't belong there, and she doesn't really want to be there. But what is she gonna do?
But she's good. That could just be the thing. She's good.
She could just
so they keep her around.
I'm gonna make you the voting. Like the tiebreaker. I actually really like his idea. It's funny. It just isn't in mind. Since I'm thinking about this, about making more money, about the average American.
The average American.
This is a long.
You're getting a long wind in here, buddy.
No, let me get comfortable.
Yeah. Pull up a chair.
We're starting at the beginning of this.
Sorry, I'm just saying. Lindsay Lohan is like the team manager. It's just fucking really good.
I thought your vote was going to be the devoted sister. I like the devoted sister idea. But I also really like Garrett's just because it would be easier to do and take up less screen time.
Yes.
You don't have to develop
She's a side character.
No, he's right.
She is just that. She's a prostitute that happened to get on the bus. Thinking it was a regular bus.
I agree with you.
And she turns out to just be good.
That is way better.
And that can be kind of her thing. Every time she's coming back from training or something, knowing that this serum can just save her and she'd never have to be a prostitute again. Like, she's always coming back from a job and she's horny, baby.
Okay, I didn't see it going there.
Yeah. Why not? Like, if that's gonna be her joke, it's always like some weird sex joke. Like, have her always coming in like doing something weird, or like have some guy be like shuffling off with his pants down. Like, why not?
Right, or like Clive Owen's just rambling and she like comes out
from under the desk, like at another game, and he's just like not phased at all. He's just fucking stoned.
He just talks the entire time.
With all of this.
All right, so the last character that we need to define is Sean Young. And since I don't know her from anything other than like serious sci-fi films,
She's a robot.
Oh, dude, I like that.
She's an android.
I was just gonna say like she's like deadpan the entire movie, but she can still be deadpan and a robot.
And it's because she's a robot. Because she's a robot.
No, we're doing that.
No!
Yeah.
She's a person, dude. She's not just a role in a movie. That's terrible.
It's terrible, but let's think
But
about
I
this.
can't stop her.
That's what I can accept because, sure, we talked about don't have them be like what they are in real life because if they showed up, you wouldn't know what movie they were from aside from the newest Blade Runner. It's good, yeah. So it's just like she's there, she's a face. It's like, oh, who is this? Who is this person?
All right.
I was just kidding, but okay.
So we've established our roster.
That makes me a little bit sad. All right, what's next?
Okay, so
I'm a little bit
we've got the roster. Basically, we just need to make the movie now.
Yeah.
All right.
To describe it from beginning to end, what it kind of is. So we need to open. I think the opening scene should be something separate, something to kind of like really set the tone. For the opening scene, just go really over the top. I'm thinking the flashback.
See, the flashback narratively, I think, is better when you meet Chevy Chase, so that you actually know who he is. And usually in the beginning of a film,
So
you're not going to open up with both.
It opens with Clive Owen, because he's the narrator, going over the history of the game, describing how it began. Because it says right away, hey, this is a movie about this game that's utterly insane.
All right.
It's stupid.
And stupid, and people die, but they do it anyway.
So you want to do an opening explanation crawl?
Not a crawl. It'll be like an old... I say we do it like an old
It'll be like
video.
the Marvel movies. Like
No, like exactly like the clip from Dodgeball. When they show that video of Dodgeball,
yes.
yeah, it just
Something from the 60s.
it basically goes over the rules.
I agree with it. No, that's fine.
The whole center of the movie is the game.
All right, so we've got introductions, and I just wrote down opening as an instructional video.
Yeah.
So I would assume that the team members split off, and it's like one against one against one, and then it's played,
they pair up.
and then it's just played like golf. So you start off having like two of the members tee off on a hole. They go, and after they finish that hole, they move on to the next hole, and then the next two start, and it's just
so it's kind of like
I'm sorry to take us back, but what the fuck did we decide for Melissa McCarthy?
She's quippy.
she's the sassy
quips.
one.
She probably just hangs out with Amy Poehler on the team and makes quips.
She could be Amy Poehler's best friend.
Yeah,
I think that works.
I'm gonna make a third.
She's Amy
Third
Poehler's best friend.
Third villain. All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, so do you want to have like the typical meet the players type of scene where like Leslie Nielsen decides he needs to do this, and then he's like, oh, I have to get a team together, and then he like goes
After
around
he meets-
finding each of the characters.
After he meets
Except
Amy
for
Poehler,
Lindsay
he's just
Lohan.
like, we're gonna need a team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean he's doing it for himself.
He's doing it for
It's like a very
himself,
selfish.
but he finds Amy, and he's just like, "You're good at this. You took on that loose gator like none other. I've never seen someone like punch its skull or something weird."
Like Kingpin.
Yeah.
Like he finds somebody that he thinks he can.
He can benefit off of. He's
Benefit
just
off.
like he's
Okay.
like, "I'm gonna make a team, and you're gonna be my star player."
So the next character he would meet would be Melissa McCarthy, probably. Yeah. So Amy would rope in Melissa. It'd be like a "you have to be there. You're my best friend" type of thing. Vagina. Yeah. They could just say that. That could be their thing.
Hey, vagina.
So next character they have to meet would be Sean Young.
Yeah.
How do you meet a robot?
How do you meet a robot?
You know what? I know how you meet one. You go.
Maybe he couldn't find another teammate, so he just bought her like off the black market.
Let me finish.
She just-
sex robot. Sex robot.
She's his sex robot that he's reprogrammed.
No. That's
Sex
gross.
robot.
On many levels.
Sex robot. Sex robot.
I say it's like
One
a
power.
surprise reveal. Like he meets her and she's super serious
Sex robot.
and deadpan the entire movie, and it's not until like halfway through you find out she's the
She's a sex robot.
Because to stop one of the frisbees, she shoots off a rocket arm.
yes.
Or we could just say she was someone who maybe they held tryouts and she was just good, and that's how they met her, and then they find out later that she's deadpan because she's an android.
And then the last one is Lindsay.
What?
Lindsay, and that's fine because she just gets on the bus. It starts with the game description opening, and then we go to Amy Poehler, who's just down in the dumps. Life's not going too great. Like maybe we think of like maybe this is the part where you just kind of throw every trope out there. It's like, oh, she lost her husband or something, or like broke up with her boyfriend. She lost her job.
Matter. We're investing too much time into her. If we're in the room, she was just a prostitute.
No, we're talking about Amy.
No,
Poehler.
we're talking about Amy Poehler now. We're no longer talking.
They're not all prostitutes, Ricardo.
It's not a team of prostitutes.
Although it could be.
That could be the sport, I guess. You like that's the final qualification. Everyone has to be a prostitute.
Which adds a weird spin on George Clooney's character, but I like it.
You know what? That's
we can actually.
it's such a perfect blanket of everything.
So like all of them, they're all their stories.
So it's not
Are
it's
the
not
same.
she lost her boyfriend. She lost her pimp.
Oh,
She
fuck.
lost her pimp.
All
Life's
their-
rough.
No, all their origin stories end with, and she went to the bus station.
Went to the bus station.
What?
No.
Because they're all prostitutes that got on the bus.
On accident? They all got on the bus on accident.
That's the whole point.
Oh, that'd be good. They're all on. No, wait. Hear me out. Hear me out. You
Yeah,
got something
they
here.
are, all the prostitutes
They're working
get
the
on.
same street corner. Leslie
Right.
Nielsen just pulls up in a bus,
Some
and
shit.
they all get on, thinking it's a job or something.
He'll just be like, "Hey,
And then he's
you
like-
guys want to make
he's
some
like-
money?"
Yeah,
And you make some money as like the
He's like,
manager.
"I can get you not just a lot of money. I can get you immortality." Like,
Wow.
That's weird, but yeah, he could.
because that's what the prize is. And they're like, "Whatever, you're weird, but we need work because our pimp died. He got eaten by a loose gator." So,
Okay, this is everybody accidentally walks on the bus.
because they're all prostitutes, and that could be the reason they're underdogs. That could be also like one of the jokes of it. That's Leslie Nielsen's character, is that he keeps bringing teams that are just bunches of prostitutes.
What I was thinking more would be that the very opening is the instructional / history video of the game,
Okay.
and then from there we open up as you suggested on Amy Poehler, going through like the worst run of events that she's had,
Yeah.
and then we hit a scene where she gets out onto the street corner, and then the bus pulls up, and like you briefly see all the other characters, but then they all kind of get on the bus because Leslie Nielsen pops out and he's like, "Come on, I got a job for you. I got money."
You want work?
Yeah, you
And
want
he,
work?
he like flashes some dollars, so he's really goofy
Like
about it.
goofy and creepy at the same time.
Yeah, it's like, and it's perfect. The bus is all white. Just like everything's really ominous.
I don't know about ominous, but yes.
Really ominous.
Okay.
I'd say
I
really.
mean, if that's where you want to go with it.
I'd say really ominous. Like the bus opens and like smoke comes out of it. Like it's haunted on the
Oh,
inside.
okay. Like stupid.
Like stupid ominous, where it's
Ominous.
like obviously like if you saw this bus in real life, you'd never want to get on it.
Okay. Yeah, that could work. From there, I'm a little lost because there's a gap between when you'd hit the training montage and as they lead up to that event. So I guess Leslie Nielsen could then explain.
Well, we're still
what he
talking
wants
about the
to do.
beginning. I'm not thinking
Yeah, just
training
go.
montage would be till maybe the middle of the film. The opening, the background of what the game is. Amy Poehler getting shitty life, sees super ominous bus with Leslie Nielsen on it, and then they're just dropped into the game. Like that's the big opening thing. Is just the movie starts off hot with just like all this weird dumb stuff, and then suddenly all these prostitutes are just dropped into a game, and we have to experience our first actual game.
So like,
And it's with people that have no idea how the game works, so it kind of helps the viewer break into it because it's your first time seeing game 2. It's their first time being in one as well, and they have absolutely no they have absolutely no idea what the game
like
is.
Wes Anderson territory.
it sounds like Saw to me.
Or that.
And that could be
Or
like
that.
and that
It
could
could be that.
And that could be like the thing that makes it really, really hilarious is because when you sit and think about the movie and how ridiculous it is, no one really addresses it because everybody's just goofy, but the main focus of the movie is super fucking dark and like horrifying. So,
Like a
and
real
that's what
80s
makes
movie.
yeah, it's just like the stakes are so ridiculously high in every way for everyone, and like no one seems to really care.
They could have a scene like the $20 exchange.
That's it. The bus comes. It's super creepy and ominous. An interesting exchange for them of him having to like find ways to get her on the bus because that also leaves them room to implement.
That's a weird tone for Leslie Nielsen's character, but
It's going like in opposite directions.
no, I mean it. I guess it works if he's like kidnapping people.
Look, I'm saying this is the easiest way to get them in the game if we're gonna take the route where they're all prostitutes. That's what I'm saying. We didn't have to go the all prostitute route, but if we want to go the all prostitute route and get the movie moving, this is going to be the fastest, easiest way to do it with getting some horrific alligator action in the movie, because there's been no alligator action yet, and that's a fucking problem.
I'm okay with a smash cut into a game, but it has... Okay, that's fine. Yes.
Okay.
I just think it's a little strange if you don't have him interact with them in a way that he doesn't have to, like, chloroform them and shove them up a tube.
That's what they've already accepted money. They're just going to where he's taking them. We can't have a scene like that where maybe he's talking before, right after they get on the bus. He's like, "I gathered you all here today for," and then he like can just start saying some weird kinky shit. He's gonna be like, "So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up this building. You're gonna go up this tube, and then I want you all to get in your costumes." Like something weird like that.
Yeah.
Like right as they pull up.
Yeah.
You're like, does everybody know their roles? And they can all be like, "Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
like yeah, we understand what we got to do in your weird like sex extravaganza." And then what they're really doing is they're going up the tube, and now there's Gator.
Okay. So,
Right.
a bunch of women get tricked into going up a tube, and then there's a gator there.
Well, the game's there, and like in the game, there's gators. I'm just saying, we like want to get to the part where
Or
someone
they
gets
pop up at the top of the tube, and there's like a gator there, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
I think in the way the game gets played, the gators wouldn't be released till later, so it seems at first like, oh, to them, where it's like, oh, we're playing frisbee golf in the water.
I got it.
So I like Tyler's idea,
Way better.
just
Way better.
in the sense
Me too.
that the
I just have to make
because
a
it's
joke.
golf and you play it like one team after or one grouping after another. After they get to like hole 2 or 3, as part of the rules, they start to release the gators behind the players. I want it to be a biodome situation.
So, like,
How so? Go on.
So each hole is its own contained environment that they have to play through, and like as they go, if they're not like hurrying up and going through the hole quickly as the other team comes up behind them, they release gators into that environment to add a sense of urgency for them to continue.
But what would each like? I just answered my own question. So I was gonna say, how would it work if in every environment they release gators when each environment is like a different zone or has like a different habitat? How would that work? And the answer, of course, is robo-gators.
or different animal.
No, because I like the idea that you think it's going to be a different animal, but then it's always a gator.
It's always so then they could be like in the desert and there's the gators.
There's a gator. There are gators that live in
And
the
now they'll release the gator.
I guess they're
The heat of the desert will eat them alive.
Gators just in every environment.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be.
Yeah,
This
I agree.
is the best
I agree.
idea.
No, I agree.
This is the best
Yeah.
idea.
Look, Archer said it best. Archer said it best. The apex predator. It's a gator.
Okay.
You're afraid of that out.
So they're going through.
We can't afford
how
it.
many different environments? Like 3?
3.
I was thinking like 4 or 5.
It's a lot though.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Because you could have multiple holes within
Or you
each
can have
environment.
one big one.
So it could be swamp, mountainous, desert. I think they just play through this biodome scenario.
Okay.
At the end, if your teammate got killed by a gator during the course of this, I'd assume that you'd like gain a lot of points. Because in golf, you only get the least amount of points.
Right.
Right.
So if a teammate dies, like your team automatically at the end, instead of getting their points or their lack of points, that you get like 20
And
points.
that really ups the stakes in the drama because we
Yeah.
gotta have people die at the end. In that case, then for it to be even remotely exciting, people gotta be dying like crazy.
Yeah, and since you're cutting around the holes, you could create a tension at the very end where you don't know who's actually still alive until they like do the reveal of
Because
points.
like it's large skips of information.
Right. That's how the game is played. So each team is the 4 characters with their coach. So it's 5 teams.
I don't think the coach doesn't participate.
So the
They're
coach,
just the trainer.
the coach would have like
Maybe he's like their
initial training.
their guy. Maybe he has like a Bluetooth to him or
Right.
something.
He'd talk to each. He'd communicate with them as they go.
He's their guy in the chair.
Yes. And then each team member is paired with an enemy team member, and
That's perfect
they
for
play through the holes together.
So is it?
So those are the rules of golf.
And then Leslie Nielsen is there feeding them information.
Wait, no, he's the only one that could communicate with him. And then in the end, they all come back to the center, and then
Okay, so they
points
play
are
the
scored.
they play that team plays their entire match in like, so one
whatever
person has to
zone
play
they're
the
in.
entire game in the desert. One has to do it in this area.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking of the way of that they have to go all together through each individual zone and choose like one person to represent them. And the others are like on the sideline potentially fighting haters. But that is a much better idea. So mine's dumb. That one's perfect because then they're all participating at the same time.
Right. And then you can cut around to each of their different things. Plus, you can cut into the main booth where Chevy Chase and Leslie Nielsen would be.
And they could be where coaches are kind of treated like dirt too, so they're just at computers, backs are literally to each other, so they can like yell insults at one another, or they're just like within banter range of each other.
So that would be a direct transition from the beginning to the middle part.
Yeah.
The middle part of the movie would be you jumping around and maybe even jumping back to show trainings or pasts of that character.
So yeah, we could absolutely do it there. So that's when we start to introduce they're all telling their stories, and Leslie Nielsen is the first one to come to this, and has like the flashback. Or do we really want to do it for all of them?
I mean, it gets hard.
Okay, well we'll just have it that way. Each one establishes their background.
Not at all. They don't all need it.
They don't all need it.
Well, now that
They make
everybody's
jokes.
a prostitute, Lindsay Lohan doesn't have one, so...
So I was trying
True.
to say, guys. goddamn.
That's his point.
But you're the one who said they should all be prostitutes.
Yeah, you said they should all be prostitutes.
I was kidding. Jesus.
Wait, then why'd you let us run with it for so long?
It's too late now.
Yeah, it's too late now. Everyone's a prostitute.
They're all prostitutes, thanks to you.
Everyone's a prostitute. We have the valid prostitute background now.
Is Leslie their fucking
Pimp.
frisbee golf pimp?
Yeah, and that could be a joke. They could be like, "You're not our coach. You're our pimp." And Amy Poehler can say it.
Maybe.
I think that one's a hit. I think that's a slam dunk.
See, I feel like you could call him a pimp, but have it be in the context of like the commentator or somebody involved with the sports calls him the frisbee golf pimp because he always gets teams of prostitutes to play the game for him.
Okay, then we can do it the other way then.
So that's
where
like
when
his-
his team learns this, they call him pimp, and he doesn't like it. But then at the end, they call him coach, and he's like, and then he cries.
I want it to just be a one-liner, like that's his moniker amongst the other coaches. And
Is he
other,
the
like,
pimp?
inside within the
Within the
organization that
Right.
is
within Mauve League,
Gator Frisbee Golf.
within the Mauve League, he's
Right.
the pimp.
He's known as the pimp. So with the way this is set up, we can't have it be a branched tier of the league.
No.
Because I'm not thinking that we're going to see multiple other enemy teams that they defeat. I don't want to watch a build-up. I want this to be a one-off event that Leslie Nielsen has signed up for and has not prepared for until, like, just now.
So it's like,
When
we
he
can
went
say
and
it's
got a
like
bunch
a
of
yearly
prostitutes.
event. There's only 2 teams that ever
Right.
participate,
Yeah.
and
And Leslie Nielsen
the-
has lost to Chevy Chase
multiple
already.
times.
Yeah.
Because he keeps getting prostitutes off the street and
Yes.
forcing them to play this game with no training.
Because he keeps making the exact same mistake over and over and over again and not learning.
Yeah,
But then it pays off because as
for
we
some
all
reason
know,
it works.
sometimes your mistakes
Sometimes
are good.
Yeah, sometimes you make a mistake and good things happen.
And we could easily just flash back to that with like multiple scenes of him and Chevy wearing different era of
Wigs,
clothing.
yeah, and wigs, just being themselves.
And flashing between like, just conversations of like them while they're in the booth, being the man in the chair, and also, let's say
Good.
he's 100 or more years old. He's a very old character. He's older than Leslie Nielsen's character.
Okay.
Because Leslie Nielsen has never won this. His time is almost up. Whereas Chevy Chase has won so much that he's been alive for life.
Yeah, so
Because
he
it just
has
preserves your life from where you are. It
Yeah.
doesn't de-age you.
Okay, so you're saying it just gives you an extent. It halts the aging process instead.
Right.
So it literally is something that you have to continuously take every so many years,
Right. Or else
you actually will start to age.
start to age.
Hella.
And we could also make weird jokes about Chevy Chase living back in the olden times like they did in
Yeah, he can walk into they'll sit down in their chairs, and Chevy Chase can say some quip to Leslie Nielsen. He's like, "Oh, did your old bones get you okay?" And then Leslie Nielsen will be like, "Yeah, they did. Did your wagon?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ditch your wagon. And later we see he actually does have a wagon. He has like a horse-drawn carriage.
You want it to be a
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Not like cyber horses.
Yeah, so you think it's a joke of him poking at his age when he's literally just asking if the
I like that.
wagon
And then
got there.
Chevy gets on the back of the wagon, and he's
I like
like,
it too.
At the very
and
end,
then he's like, and then he looks at Leslie Nielsen. He's like, it's 4 horsepower. And like, these 4 horses gallop off.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
That's the exact type of joke Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
likes.
it would be.
He'd be totally on board for that.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
That would be terrible.
It would
It's
be
like-
so
It's like
terrible.
Chevy Chase.
It'd
It
be
would be
so terrible. It would be perfect.
Okay, and then as the movie continues from there, we would
We
cut
win their
around.
game, move straight into training montage. You think?
So you want to have them start the game and then jump into a training montage flashback?
Never mind. Continue what you were saying. I thought we were moving to the point where they win, and then what happens?
That's the
after
conclusion. That's gonna be the end of the movie.
Oh, so you're saying the entire movie is going to be the whole event?
This game, yeah, with like a
Why would-
sci-fi spin on it.
Why would we have a training story at all if they all just got on the bus because they're prostitutes?
Dude, that's part of the.
Oh, he's right.
What?
We don't have to have any sort of training montage.
Yeah, we don't need a training montage then because they literally just showed up because they're prostitutes and Leslie Nielsen.
That's the whole point, though. Training montage is hilarious.
No, the training montage can be like they can get through the first zone and it can be like something that's amazing that they didn't think was possible. They win and like nobody's dead and he's just like, I'm sorry, I had no faith in you, I've lost so many times, and then he can say, but I've seen your potential, we can win. And they're like, we don't know how to play the game, and he can say, it's fine, I'll teach you. And he'll just teach them. We can show little dumb, stupid things where he's talking to one of them through the Bluetooth and they're like sitting under a waterfall. You know, just something dumb, and that's kind of intermittent. That's the training montage where he's teaching them in the zones as they play.
So this sounds a lot like that scene in Wet Hot American Summer where they go to town, and it's just like a very quick
Hilarious.
rundown of what they do in town, and it gets
so
progressively worse.
Yeah.
Like the drugs and stuff
It's
they
so
end doing.
funny.
And then when they get back, they're just like, yeah, we love town. And it
Like,
seems like they were
no.
only gone for like an hour. So they like come in and
It's hilarious.
they do a certain number of holes, and then they get to take a break, and we go through this weird like accelerated training.
Oh yeah, that could be it. At the end of each hole, you get to separate from the zone, and like they let you eat. You get to speak with your coach, and then they let you into the next one. It's just like we only have so much time to train. It's like an accelerated training sequence, and it gets fucking intense. I like that.
That could work. I'm fine with that.
So that would take us through the entire middle section of the film.
Now they're ready. They're a team,
And they do worse.
and they do work.
Before they do better.
Perfect.
Before they do
better.
Before George Clooney, out of love, sacrifices himself and gets eaten by a gator to save Amy Poehler.
It'll turn out that Chevy Chase tricked George Clooney into playing by telling him it was a charity event.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I was told I was coming to a charity event.
Yeah.
And it could be a big thing. It seems Northrop Lawrence has pulled him a big on this year. We have George Clooney on to be on the.
Not that I'm narrating.
No, he's talking
That's
about he's Clive Owen.
That's the narrator narrating the reveal that suddenly
you.
George
Okay.
Clooney is on the enemy team.
Yeah.
Seems a gator has clamped his jaws on poor George Clooney. The audience, everyone present is hungry. The alligator's jaws, and he can just spew off facts about gators, in his very very slow drawl.
So I'm just across the bottom. Commentator rambles in Southern drawl.
Perfect.
We'll just have that throughout the entire thing once they start the game,
Yeah, perfect.
so that we don't have to keep talking about it.
Are you tired of hearing that voice? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not important to the plot. We have already established that he doesn't. I say Lindsay Lohan dies because we forgot to make her a character.
Essentially, we did.
And then Shauna
Yep.
is revealed to be a robot.
Yeah, she's a robot. She has rocket arms. She gets rocket punches.
So that would leave it up to Melissa and Amy, because we could say that Sean gets deducted points for being an android because it's cheating. She's not like entirely taken out of the game.
They just have to give them points
You
because
just have to give them points.
because she's a sex robot.
Right. So it's a handicap. They put a handicap on whoever she's playing against.
because
basically.
she has like super strength and stuff, and she can fight gators.
Yes. And then that would lead them into that classic underdog moment where they have to pull themselves up by the bootstraps.
Oh,
And
I like where you're going.
And use the skills that they know they have to be able to win.
Oh yeah.
and is this the part where we have another short montage where they're all winning the game, doing like weird kind of sexual things?
Yes.
Perfect.
Maybe not necessarily sexual.
Yeah.
Or maybe, no, I see where you're going with this. Like, they learn how to throw better because they're used
Because
to, like,
they use they're
they
using
used to, like,
their
giving hand jobs.
yeah.
Or, like,
The
Well,
frisbee's flying through the air and it's not gonna go in, and then one of them walks up and goes, "I got it," and she makes she opens her mouth like there's gonna be something in there, but she's got like crazy suction powers, and she uses suction powers to
Let's do that
suck
one
the
word.
frisbee to a different trajectory.
I would say that one word. Because
wow.
Who throws the frisbee?
It's a little over the top,
Who
I
throws
know.
the frisbee like this?
Who has super suction powers? It doesn't really matter, I guess.
Doesn't really matter.
Who would have super suction powers? A sex robot.
You're right.
He's right.
The sex robot that
No.
we've established.
All right.
No, he got it. He's right.
So this is a segue into the end,
Yeah.
where characters start to do better.
They found their
Jesus.
They found their inner Jesus. Perfect. Best way to put it. They found their inner Jesus.
I'm just gonna put they improve by finding their inner prostitute powers.
That's I can't complain. sounds
They're-
sounds
they're-
all right with
They're
the way we've
catch
been going.
and release prostitutes.
Oh. Yep.
Oh,
Go on.
No, you're right. You're right. I doubted you. It was my bad, man. You're right.
Chlamydia.
We're just gonna rate that catch and release.
catch and release. That'll be a joke.
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia.
Come on, guys. Shit, try to do that.
It's hard.
It's rough. It is.
Shit. It's like I'm doing this shit alone.
Oh, man.
Okay. So catch and release. We got that going for us. And then, so this is the point where George would realize, because he's really good at this game, and he's kicking the shit out of Melissa McCarthy. And the whole movie is just
It's
her like,
abusive at this point.
it's just like her like, oh God, you're so beautiful. Fawning
Melissa
over him.
McCarthy is.
Yeah.
Right.
Making quips and like, God, you're so hot stuff.
Over
Towards
who?
George Clooney.
Towards George Clooney.
But he's kicking her ass. And it's mostly because she can't
Stop fawning over.
stop fawning over him. He realizes that the good guy team, isn't going to win. And Amy, who he is inexplicably fallen in love with,
Because plot.
Catch your release.
because, catch and release, he wants her to win. He needs her to win. So, as an act of charity, he kills himself.
I agree. No, I agree. I like this.
He lets a gator eat him.
He just. I like it.
So,
It's
hold
a
on.
I knew this
No,
was
I
coming at some point, and I'm okay with it because I.
Suicide by Gator. Suicide by Gator?
I'm going to call it a sacrifice.
Alright. Sacrificial lamb. Bud.
Get a pair by George Clooney has committed genocide.
There you go.
Okay, I'll write gator side.
No, that was good. That was perfect.
They even have a term for it because it happens in the sport. Some people just don't want to participate. They think they're gonna die, so they commit gatorcide.
And then Leslie
Like
Nielsen
a real gator.
communicates to Amy Poehler that George has done this.
We did it for you.
Yes.
We did it for you. And he'll be like, and he'll even be like, kind of visibly sad over the comms, and then Chevy Chase will like calm him or something.
Yes.
Call him a homo.
It'll be
Only
after.
homos cry.
It'll be after Leslie Nielsen says, "See you later, alligator," and hangs on Amy Poehler.
He's like, this last course, you're not allowed to speak with your coach. See you later, alligator.
I feel like See You Later, Alligator would be like the closing line to the
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should save that one and have that one be the line where Amy
Credits.
Poehler says it.
credits.
No, Amy Poehler says it right before Tina Fey dies.
Or whatever.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
She says, "See you later, alligator."
A one-liner.
And then she is, yeah, that's a sweet action one-liner. And we can have it, if we really want to take it that far, aside from the drawl dude talking about gators and, like, giving gator facts, there will not be one gator pun the entire movie. Yeah, it'll be the only joke that has gator in it. it would be difficult, but I think it would be that much better of a payoff.
Well, I mean,
So no gator jokes until and that's it.
we can make like frisbee.
Yeah, horrible frisbee pun. Like bad golf.
So then that would lead into the closing ceremony point rack, where they reveal the point system, what happened, like who got what. Final balance. Let's say because of George Clooney's sacrifice, the good team wins by like 3.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
some small number.
at some point somebody says, "See you later, Gator."
No, that already happened.
That happened with the Tina Fey.
That should be the closing line.
You want to be the very last line of the film
Close.
is where she turns and she's like, "See you later, alligator." And then Leslie's like,
Credits.
"In a while," and then an alligator eats him.
In a while.
It'll be like a scary movie situation where she gets run over by a gator, and then in the second one she's
Yes.
Are you already thinking sequel, Ricardo?
He's thinking franchise.
You're thinking money.
I've been thinking money the whole time. That's what I
Thinking
keep telling you guys, motherfuckers.
Mauve League 1, Mauve League 2, Mauve League
Mauve League
3.
Return of the Gator.
Return of the Gators.
Mauve League begins.
Mauve League begins a backflash. I like that.
Yeah, it could
Backstory. Lifetime
We
movie.
could use a CGI'd Leslie
Shitty.
Nielsen.
No, he wouldn't be in it.
No.
This is the very beginning of the Mauve League.
Yeah, dude, we're
Okay.
casting a bunch of none, like nobody knows.
Agreed.
Who will be like,
This is our Netflix movie.
Oh shit! You guys are thinking streets ahead right now.
I'm just saying, we don't have to stick to the theater, you know?
Yeah, you're making valid points here.
Come on, dude.
Okay, so we do the Amy beats Tina final rack up of points. We have like a very brief, sweet interaction between some of the characters with goofy jokes and shit thrown in.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
get to the
Well, we have to
Leslie
decide.
Nielsen's dropping them off. They're
But
all
for
getting
the
off
point
bus.
system, we have to decide who else dies. I think so.
No,
aside
we already
from
did.
George Clooney, Tina.
Oh,
Fey.
you mean like on the enemy team?
Yeah.
We'd have Courtney Love die.
Yeah, Courtney Love. She's
Have her. So I'm thinking
'Cause George
Courtney Love,
Clooney died.
Tina Fey, and
George Clooney died too.
No,
No,
we'll bring him back.
wait.
No,
only
we'll
one of
bring
their
him back for the
characters.
sequel.
Only one of their
No,
characters
we'll
can
bring
die.
back George Clooney.
Only one of their characters can die. Because then that means
enemy team?
that the good team, the reason why they're like it's a neck and neck, maybe they're gonna lose is because of the handicap because they went a lot.
Look, all I'm saying
well,
is
and
that
they had someone die.
for the sequel,
Right.
No,
so each team has somebody
Lindsay
die, but
Lohan
then they're
died.
also playing with a handicap.
I would have the bad guys get 2 kills. George Clooney and somebody else.
But then that puts them way behind.
I know that. I get that. But I'm saying, like, at the very end of the movie, have somebody else die on the enemy.
So let's say this: George Clooney and Tina
And
Fey
then-
are the ones that die on
no,
their
Tina Fey
team.
can't die.
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh,
does.
Tina Fey already died. We already talked about that.
She dies at the end. That's
Okay.
where the see you later alligator comes in because
I don't
Tina
know.
Fey
I don't know.
falls
I
into a
like-
giant gator's mouth.
So I'm sorry to backpedal on this one.
okay,
But Ricardo's
I do understand the
Ricardo's
gator eating
idea.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, so I want the movie to
Because
close with that.
then he just is back in the next movie.
So
That's
I
what I'm saying. George Clooney dies, but he doesn't actually. Because in the next movie, they're like, I can't believe
Everybody-
the alligator didn't actually chew on you.
So this is my idea for that scene. Is that it shows the white bus after like the point rack up the confetti, whatever. Shows the white bus pull up to the street corner where he originally picked him up. The 2 characters that lived, which are Sean Young and Melissa McCarthy, and Amy Poehler, the 3 characters. The first 2 get off the bus. Then as Amy Poehler's getting off the bus, she turns to Leslie Nielsen and says the line, "See you later, alligator." And then like steps off the bus, and then
She turns back one last look.
no, she doesn't even turn back. She just starts walking away.
The bus
And then as
closes.
she's walking away, Leslie Nielsen does the "in a while, crocodile," and he closes the doors, and then Gator from behind.
Gator.
He was on the bus with them.
Yes,
It was
the
waiting.
entire time.
It was in waiting. And it has to be like it comes over the back of the chair and like chomps down on him.
Yes.
Like it bites him in half.
It's like Piranha 3 or some shit.
It's just ridiculous.
It could be a very Leslie Nielsen scene. Is all I'm saying.
A big, and I'm not. We can't do it like a CGI one. I think it needs
Oh,
to be like
yeah.
a big dumb puppet, like a big dumb fake alligator thing that just comes up and chomps down him, like made out of fucking paper mache. It just chomps him
Yes.
Yeah.
and,
The
and bites him in
paper-mache
half. And then the
alligator.
bus drives off with beautiful, beautiful music as from the dummy body of Leslie Nielsen, just violent Quentin Tarantino amounts of blood just spray everywhere. And as the bus is driving off with happy music, you just see the windows getting caked in blood.
Yes. All right, I think we're done.
It's perfect.
I don't think
Now
there's
I'm
an official end to this.
No, the last thing is us just discussing the movie we just made. Do we think it would be a flop or would it be a blockbuster? And would we see this movie? I'm just gonna say it flat out. I don't know if it would be a flop or not, but I would see this movie.
I would definitely see it.
I would definitely see it. Whether or not it would be good is the question. But I would for hella see it.
I think it would be like Sharknado levels.
See, that has a cult following, though. People really like Sharknado.
There are aspects of it that are hilariously like.
I'm okay with a cult movie.
I'm alright with that too, but I'm saying I would still watch it.
I think it would be initially a flop, but then come back.
It would have a cult
favorite.
following.
Oh, it would like
It would be ahead of its time,
Yes.
essentially.
Mauve.
Starring Leslie Nielsen and Amy Poehler.
George Clooney.
George
As
Clooney.
himself. Alright guys, I will see you later, Crocodile.
Goodbye, Dick. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dick. All right, my name has been Garrett Olson.
My name has been Tyler Moyes. And Dick has left, but he was here as well.
Yeah, this has been our Untitled.
Flop or not, I guess.
Flop
I wanted to
or
call
not.
it Flopbuster.
Flopbuster's pretty good. I thought about Take Two, but I think it's already taken.
Take Two. I was also thinking of Executives Table.
Ooh,
Kind of classy.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like we're doing the executive's job right now. If anything,
They should be paying us.
Yeah, exactly.
We could go with Executives.
So
Table.
the Executives Table. Executives Table signing off.